A trio of shootings in Missouri, New York, and Texas continue to keep a necessary spotlight on our country's desperate need for common sense gun legislation. Those tragedies come in the wake of incessant mass shootings, including one at an elementary school in Nashville last month that left 6 dead, 3 of them little kids. Instead of taking any action to prevent further gun violence, Republicans in the Tennessee Senate this week passed a bill that aims to protect gun manufacturers, sellers, and dealers from lawsuits. My next guest says, quote, "We need to do more to protect citizens from gun violence than the people are making the guns." Joining me now is Tennessee Democratic Caucus Chairwoman, Senator London Lamar. Senator, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Look, I personally was outraged when I read that Tennessee Republicans want to provide more protections for gun and ammunition companies. And of course, those are the same folks that voted to expel Representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson just a couple of weeks ago after their peaceful protest over gun violence. Where's the protection, Senator, for our children and for others?
I'm just as confused as you are when it comes to what are we doing when it comes to protecting the very vulnerable citizens in our state. I thought it was outright disrespectful for my colleagues to sit here and pass a bill to give more civil protections to gun manufacturers, but you can't simply pass common sense legislation around gun control in order to make sure those who should not have guns don't have them, making sure we can put risk protections in place while still upholding the Second Amendment. Right now, what you're seeing in Tennessee is irresponsibility and downright disregard for voters. Overwhelming majority of people in Tennessee want to see reasonable, common sense gun control. But instead, our legislators are saying we're not going to change laws because of this moment. We're going to continue to double down on everybody's right to own any type of guns in our state recklessly and allow the NRA to continue to have control over the minds and hearts of our colleagues, over the voters. And they did this in the face of thousands and thousands who have consistently come to the legislature to protest, to ask for reasonable gun control. It's downright disrespectful and it doesn't make sense. But one thing I want to say is I at least appreciate our conservative governor, Bill Lee, for yesterday, as we ended legislation and our legislative session without passing any gun control, he has called on a special session this summer to address this issue and demand that the legislature pass some sort of moderate push for gun control in our state. It's sad that the executive branch of the legislature has to do what the legislative branch cannot do. But what we need to do is put our partisan, misguided political beliefs aside and that's to the Republican Party, and do the right thing. But unfortunately, what you've seen over the last month is the Republican Party in Tennessee using immoral ideas of being at war with the public to validate their reasoning for not passing reasonable gun control. They have expelled legislators. They've been caught on video talking about they're going to vote the wrong way, even though they know it's not right. They have had all type of scandals, and they have seen babies get massacred in schools, and they still can't do anything about it. Something has to change.
You know, Senator, let's talk about that trio of shootings that we mentioned that happened across the country within a span of a week. Kaylin Gillis and her friends turned around in the wrong driveway. Ralph Yarl accidentally rang the wrong doorbell. Peyton Washington tried to get into a car that she mistook for her own. Look, these are all common mistakes that most of us have made. We seem to be living in a society of shoot first and ask questions later. What do you say to your constituents who are asking themselves and you, is anywhere truly safe anymore?
I will have to agree that it seems that our country and our state is completely unsafe. I represent Memphis, Tennessee, which is a city that's been plagued by gun violence for a while. And I've been begging my colleagues to pass reasonable legislation to prevent gun violence in our city. And it's fallen on deaf ears, where our city has become a little bit more dangerous than it should because of the recklessness around guns. Even our own mayor and police chief have asked my legislative colleagues to do the right thing and pass reasonable common sense legislation around gun violence and gun reform, and they refuse to do it. I will say that all of my constituents who are still voting for the Republicans, they need to take their dollars and their votes somewhere else and vote for people who are actually going to keep them safe, because my colleagues are now creating an unsafe state where people don't want to come here. But what I want to encourage my constituents is do not give up. Continue to vote, continue to speak out, continue to show up, because a change will come. We're having a special session. The governor is listening. And so hopefully we can get more of our Republican colleagues on board now that session is over, and between now and the special session, to look at the research, talk to families, at least show some compassion and grace to make sure we're keeping our state safe. Tennessee has a lot of great things to offer our constituents and people around the country. Let's not dissuade them from continuing to invest in our state because we can't pass reasonable laws around gun violence.